They call me the problem, but you could call me the can man, because anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.
Mouthpiece is out, good uppercut, Littell's down!
Well, it looks almost like he's trying to tire Broner out by taking punches.
Swinging left. St. Louis. Good straight right hand and down goes Perez.
I remember when Adrien Broner first came onto the scene. He had the hand speed, the swagger, and of course the counter-punching and shoulder-roll defense that had everyone comparing him to the one and only Floyd Mayweather. For a few years, it generally looked like we were watching the next face of the sport. But between 2011 and 2013, Adrien Broner wasn't just one of the most talented fighters in the world. For a stretch, he almost looked untouchable. Blistering combos, a snappy jab, and defense lifted straight from Floyd Mayweather. I mentioned he was a brutal body puncher with finishing instincts that turned good fighters into highlight reels. Obviously outside the ring, made him box office even before he'd won a major title.
You know, once he start running, the shorts start falling off, and his dew starts sweating down, and the colors start draining down his face, mixing in with the blood, making yellow and green colors. You know, it's gonna get ugly.
But what made Broner special wasn't just the talent, it was how complete he looked at such a young age. Majority of fighters take years to grow into themselves, but Broner was already doing it at the world level, while climbing through the weight classes like the laws of the sport didn't apply to.
Trying to tire Broner out by taking punches.
In front of his hometown crowd. Good body shot indeed in the right hand. Left hook, right uppercut. Broner, and that's enough.
Whether it was dismantling genuine champions or jumping up 2 divisions, Broner spent 2 years convincing the world that he was going to be the face of boxing after Mayweather walked away. Today I'm going to look back at Adrien Broner's prime, the fights that defined him, and the titles he collected across 4 divisions, and of course the night that changed his career forever. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
First of all, being my Showtime debut, I gotta do this for my fans, because this is what they want to see. Hey Pops, brush my hair.
Yeah, that nigga was overly fucking cocky, overly cocky.
Before Adrien Broner became the most talked about fighter in the sport, he'd already spent his whole career convincing people he was special. Born in Cincinnati, Ohio in 1989, Broner started boxing at just 6 years old, often sparring with other siblings and neighbors in the backyard.
What do you think you guys would be doing if you weren't here in the gym boxing?
A lot of bad things.
Like what?
Like trying to rob people, trying to break the cars.
Oh, come on. You're joking with me. You would not be doing that.
Probably.
In fact, his parents nicknamed him the Problem because of how much trouble he caused as a kid.
Take your
But he
bites.
carried that into the boxing gym, and that's where it started to mean something very different. By the time he turned professional, he claimed an amateur record of around 300 wins and only 19 losses. The talent was undeniable. Turning pro in 2008, he stopped Alante Davis in just 32 seconds, and from there he was built up slowly. Like a lot of can't-miss prospects, he was fast-tracked, quickly getting himself onto HBO in front of big audiences where the flashy skill set and the brash mouth and confidence never stopped moving. The boxing world was starting to pay attention. But the start of his prime started in March 2011 in my opinion. Broner stepped up to face former world champion Ponce de Leon. On paper, this was the first real test against someone who'd been at the top, and was going to be a tough fight.
And he thinks that left hand hard. That combination punching that Broner's not showing.
Okay. Heck, y'all throw so many punches that he makes these guys keep their hands home.
Knocked out Ponce de Leon in 1 round a couple years ago. And he doesn't come as quick when you have to say.
Well, he can't outthink Broner because Broner's good. That may have taken a little bit of effect, and he does do a lot more combination punching against the southpaw from the outside. He has to turn it into
One of those counter right hands.
So look at them jabs, bro. Yeah, I don't care what nobody say. He had one of the biggest jabs. Appreciate the likes, y'all. But look at his jab game, bro.
But it was controversial. Ponce de Leon landed more, but a lot of people felt Broner had been given a gift. In my opinion, it was an important fight to mention because it was the first time you saw the gap between the hype and the reality, something that would follow him his whole career. But 3 months later, he answered the critics in the loudest way possible.
We're in trouble. lived in foster homes.
Yeah, he started slow in the cubby.
Swallow hard is at an altitude of roughly glancing blow. Left.
$300.
Misses with some wild shots as he caught Litzau's attention.
There's no question he heard him.
Mouthpiece is out. Good uppercut. Litzau's down. And it's over in round 1.
He blew out a top contender in Jason Litzau inside a round. Nothing controversial there. That was a statement. When Broner switched it on, he had the ability to end your night in seconds. And in my opinion, this is where you start to see the.
You should not be buying a $300 coupe unless that shit has a fucking propeller in the back and fucking hit the school every day.
Defense, a style straight out of Mayweather's playbook, which gave
No,
him
that's the Philly show. No. That's what we're not going to do, because they make it seem like Floyd Mayweather invented the show defenses. The Philly show, it comes from Philly. His dad learned it from a boxer in Philly. No, that's not what we about to do. No, absolutely not.
Speed was a big difference, especially that quick snapping right hand straight down the middle. Thirdly, a vicious body attack used to drain his opponents and drag their hands down before he went upstairs. Maybe the part people forget because of all the noise, his real finishing instinct. When
Oh my gosh.
he did not let you off the hook. Put all that together in a fighter that young, you can understand why people started to hype him up. The plan was to challenge the WBO super featherweight titleist Ricky Burns, but with Burns vacating the belt, Broner would get the chance to fight for the vacant title, and he'd do it in his hometown.
Cincinnati, Ohio, USA.
They never knew he was from Cincinnati.
Number 1 ranked junior lightweight contender in the world, the undefeated Adrien the Problem.
Mike Tyson. He had the mentality to bite your fucking ear off. Nigga, they ain't but like, you know what I mean? Like, he was legit psychotic. Not saying he was a bad boxer, but something was wrong with Mike Tyson. Really bad.
Broner faced Vincent Martin Rodriguez for the vacant WBO super featherweight title. Rodriguez was no pushover though, a durable Argentine with a record of 34-2. We saw him struggle against De Leon, so people expected this to be a test for Broner once again. But from the opening bell, the gap in class was obvious.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not sliding to that, bro. I don't feel like coming all the way out there. Not what you got right now. No offense to them. No offense to them.
Starting to hit Broner. You know, according to the coffee box, he landed some body shots there, but the Rodriguez. Now can Broner finish him? A little wild right now. Chops away.
He throwing a lot of hate niggas. That shit probably working though. Yeah.
Broner stopped him in the third round, becoming a world champion. What made it sweeter was the fact it was the city in which he grew up in, where he learned the sweet science. After it was over, the confident, brash attitude of Broner, people were so used to at the time, broke down in tears in the ring.
This is my dream. As I started this, when I was 6, I told my dad I'd be a world champion. November 26, 2011.
I hope AB really get back, bro. I miss watching him box, dog.
But now, it was about what was next. His first defense came in February 2012 against mandatory challenger Eloy Perez. Broner controlled it from start to finish, getting the stop.
I watched a lot of his boxing.
He looked sensational once again, beating Perez to the punch and walking him down with ease. Hype train was still on full speed.
Take the next step in treating your moderate to severe ulcerative colitis with Entyvio, the only gut-focused treatment.
He's very relaxed in there here in round 1.
No, he getting right though. He getting right.
Steps in with some of his power. Perez says boxing skills. And they trade big shots. Effect. Perez hurt on a right to the ear. In St. Louis. Good straight right hand. Goes Perez.
Bro, AB jabs are so insane, bro.
And he's not going to make it.
Yes, it was.
I know Perez is not.
After this, the first real warning came. In July 2012,
his jabs
he was
are like
scheduled to defend against Vincent Escobedo. But at the weigh-in, he came in at 133 pounds.
230.
Well above the
He used to be
130
140. Yeah, because he started letting the alcohol and shit get to him. That's why. He losing it though. He feel me. I be seeing clips of him getting right. So hopefully he like getting right and shit. Because we got to see him box again, bro. at least 2 more fights.
When you start to walk him down and keep that constant pressure on him, pressure breaks pipes.
He's trying to get in with that liver shot.
Brutal body shots. The right hand over the top. Escobedo trying to hang on.
Totally trying to stop it.
And Joel Diaz is holding up a towel. He's seated up. Adrien Broner's got to have a TKO victory.
He still won the fight by stoppage, but in my opinion, this is the moment you start to see the stuff outside the ring beginning to interfere with the fighter inside it. The discipline wasn't matching the talent, and it wouldn't be the last time. But I think if you want
That's what really he needed better people around him, in my opinion.
November 2012,
The people he had around him didn't make sure he stayed on track. They was like helping him spend his money and all types of shit like that. Helping him go to clubs and shit like that. Like, obviously, you know, enjoy the fruits of your labor, but at the same time, you really gotta make sure you locked in, bro.
He was a rangy, tall, awkward southpaw. Many people thinking at the time this was a step up that would expose Broner. Instead, Broner produced what many people,
Gotta make sure you lock.
still consider his best performance of his entire career.
Again, right on the spot where the red mark, and again.
Oh, good hook.
Why would that be?
Because they're trying to establish respect for one another.
There's a body blow by
In the last fight that he outgrew the weight class.
Hard right hand by Broner.
I'm gonna let that pink fit, so
Broner lands an uppercut and another.
I would definitely watch it. If I could watch it live with y'all, I would. Pink talk be on BS.
More quicker than DeMarco. DeMarco can't win that fight right there.
Marco lands a straight left. And exciting round. Crowd is rising for it.
And not only that,
Broner just taking DeMarco apart at the moment.
combination punches on the inside killing DeMarco.
He catching his shit.
Broner.
Well, it's just when he got close to him, he realized that his hands were too quick. Don't stay away from him. Get close to him and get at him. Left uppercut followed by a short overhand right, which was a beautiful combination. Actually, a short straight right.
With any one punch.
That punch hurt.
It's very difficult play before the fight. When he was brought the pink gloves, it was
and then throw those pop shots.
Well, it looks almost like he's trying to
he hurt, bro.
Broner out by taking punches.
swinging left hook.
And they're waving
He
a
hurt.
white flag in his corner.
DeMarco's been knocked down and is stopped on his feet against Valero.
If I had a choice, I'd be a playboy, Larry. But
You can be both at the same time, as a few fighters have been.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, as you can see, you know, once I'm in there, when I got a game plan,
Are they having a fight, or is that something that you want to see?
You know, I was doing.
I didn't know Muhammad Ali's daughter fought.
Shake them up, shake them, bake them, cook them, and eat them. No homo.
In the opening rounds, it was a masterclass. The defense was untouchable, the body punching was vicious, and he broke down a quality champion down piece by piece before stopping him in the 8th. DeMarco's corner had no choice but to pull him out. Naturally, the Mayweather comparisons went into overdrive after this fight. Broner had now won world titles in 2 weight classes, doing it in style against a real champion, helping him to break into the pound-for-pound rankings at the time at only 23 years old. This was the night Prime Broner truly arrived. Everything that made him special, the speed, the defense, the patience, the killer instinct. It all came together in one performance. This is always one I recommend you watch.
What did he fight today?
3 months later, he made his first lightweight defense against the tough Welshman Gavin Rees.
Oh.
Good left hook by Broner, and Rees blocks him with a right hand upstairs. There's a body shot for Broner. Uppercut lands for Broner. Starting to get more accurate. Starting to pick Rees off.
Gave him a little distance.
Oh shit!
Right uppercut. Offensive fighter. He is there to try to knock his opponent out. Another uppercut.
That's over.
This time with the left hand.
To the body blow.
How you feel? Now Rees is in trouble again. And Gary Lockett is up.
Yeah, it's over, bro. Get him out of here, bro. He defenseless.
Which Broner seemed to enjoy a little bit too much in this one. Once Broner decided to apply himself, he really started to break Rees down, landing a vicious body shot on the inside, giving Reese's Corner no choice but to throw in the towel. Another belt defended, another stoppage.
I think Floyd the
Broner
best, one of the
machine
best boxers of all
now
time.
came one of the boldest moves of his career. In June 2013, Broner jumped 2 weight classes, all the way up to welterweight, to challenge Paulie Malignaggi for the WBA title, and doing it in Malignaggi's own backyard, Brooklyn, New York. The build-up was personal, and it was ugly. Broner brought up Malignaggi's personal life, taunting him about his ex-girlfriend, turning the whole thing into a circus. Malignaggi was furious, and for once, the opponent had real motivation to shut up Broner once and for all.
Jessica, well, Jess, as he used to call her, his ex-girlfriend, she is my sweetheart right now.
Second of all, on a world-class level, it takes character. Thanks to Al Heyman, he didn't have to show no character because he fought one bum after another. Richard Schaefer comes up here and says he fought. What's the guy's name? The first guy you beat for the world title. We don't even know who he is.
And the fight reflected it. This wasn't the untouchable Broner of the DeMarco fight. Malignaggi was busy, awkward, and competitive, making Broner work harder than he had done in years.
Him as. Appreciate the lights.
This is Miss Payment. She's a credit breaker. She misses her monthly payments, even though she...
Bigger guys and might be one-armed and split over Shevchenko. Good right hand by Broner. Malignaggi tries to trade with him to send a message. Trying to get some respect. One of the elite fighters in the game is the throws of the left hand and the drive totally back. We don't need to be doing that. It takes away from it. No, not at all.
Again, to this shit. They get to this shit. He keep his face open a lot. I peeped that just by watching this video. He keep his face open a lot. He drop his guard often. It's a good fight though.
I'm good. I beat Paulie. I left with his belt and his girl.
And whatnot. The fight really could have went either way. And even the fans that thought I won the fight, I'll be honest with them too. It could have went either way. But
in the end, Broner got the split decision. And it was a decision a lot of people disagreed with, actually. Becoming a 3-weight world champion at just 23 is an unreal achievement, and I don't want to take that away from him. But in my opinion, this was the first time the eye test raised questions. Moving up in weight, he didn't look as dominant. He looked beatable, and the man who would prove it was waiting just 6 months down the line. On December 14th, 2013, in San Antonio, Texas, Adrien Broner would defend his WBA welterweight title against the tough, swarming style of Marcus Maidana. On paper, this looked like another showcase. Maidana was crude, wild, and heavy-handed, a come-forward Argentine that the slick, faster Broner was supposed to pick apart, with a lot of people writing Maidana off completely, and in fact, turned into a nightmare for Adrien Broner.
He get his ass beat.
He's hurt bad. They got to stay back. Look at stopping this. I know it's Adrien Broner, and he's supposed to be a star. And now Broner comes back with a 1-2.
He's just not used to this weight, bro. It's a lot of weight for him.
Right hand connects by measuring up. Good defense, and there's some of the speed displayed by Broner. McDonough working the body with another chopping right hand.
It's not even. He's not even using the shell, bro. He in his head, bro. He in his head mentally. Once they get in your head mentally, bro, you already lost. Whole time, McDonough had an uppercut waiting for him. He wide open. Just one uppercut, bro. Just one good uppercut and it was over with. Look how open the uppercut is. Damn it, these ass, bro.
Like a beer, Bud Light? Just one Bud Light, please. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, my legs. What's this?
After dropping Broner in the second, it set the tone for the whole night. He bullied him, walked through him, and never stopped coming before dropping him again later in the fight. For all the hand speed and defense, Broner had no answer to the raw pressure and pure desire, with McDonough winning a wide unanimous decision, giving Broner his first professional loss.
You know, it happens to the best of them, and as of even as of right now, I'm still one of the best.
But you know, here's the thing. In hindsight, this was the night that ended Prime Broner. The arrogance had finally met someone who simply refused to be intimidated. After this fight, he was never quite the same. He became more hesitant, his punch output dropped, and the aura of invincibility and the heir to the Mayweather narrative, well, that night, it died in the ring in San Antonio. Whatever Broner could have become, a version that looked unstoppable against DeMarco, never fully came back. But I don't want to end this story in a loss, but because Broner still had one more piece of history left in him. After McDonough, he moved back down in weight and rebuilt, stringing together wins over Carlos Molina, Emmanuel Taylor, and John Molina Jr.
Both combinations, everything.
He should have just never moved up in weight. He should have just stayed where he was.
Seconds left. Broner, he knocks him down in the 12th with a beautiful right uppercut.
There was another setback along the way in June 2015 as he moved up to a catch weight, suffering a clear decision loss to Sean Porter. He even scored a late knockdown in that one. But Porter was simply the busier, it worked him throughout. Once again, in a major fight at the higher weight, Broner came up short. But he went back to 140. In his hometown of Cincinnati once again, he challenged for the vacant WBA super lightweight title against the tough, unbeaten at the time, the Hawk Alec Heriev.
The trunks are good. We went over the instructions earlier. Remember, obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck to you.
Oh. Gives you the body. Paulie landed many body shots. Nice power punches so far in this fight. In general,
but it was only working the last 20 seconds.
Oh,
it's got to be consistent.
Shotting Broner. There's another right cross under a minute left.
His jabs, bro.
You can see the difference in effectiveness when Alec Heriev traps Broner and throws a combination.
Picking up the pace in terms of output. They're both exchanging here. This has been creating a fun round because he's forcing.
For Broner, the right uppercut is clearly the best punch in this fight. I have him controlling the bout.
Also, the mentally, from a psychological standpoint, Alec Heriev right now is not in a good position.
Catching him, bro. He's hot. He's hot.
Down a tough fighter from Dagestan, and now Broner's talking to Paulie Malignaggi here at ringside.
Oh shit!
Jacking the jaw with that right uppercut and credits the jab. Broner picking up the pace, the crowd building to a crescendo, sensing something, but there Alec Heriev showing what he's made of, coming back off the ropes.
Yo, what's up, Jan?
Just winding up, teeing off, lands the right through the guard.
I think a left hook there really hurt Alex Diaz.
Right hand to the body, and Malik Verdiev now left hand and Broner.
Hey, B should have just never. She should have stayed his weight, bro. If he would have stayed his weight, he would. I don't know.
Standing tall.
He still be. We have a whole different AB right now.
Adrien Broner trying to close the show in front of his hometown crowd. Good body shot indeed in the right hand. Left hook, right uppercut. Broner.
Stop that shit. Stop that shit.
Harvey Dog Jr. stops the fight. And Adrien Broner, much to the delight of this partisan crowd, records the win.
On this night, you saw the flashes of the old Broner. He boxed beautifully, built a big lead, and broke Yasihrr down before stopping him in the 12th. And with that win, Broner became a 4-division world champion at just 26 years old. It's an achievement that puts him in a very small elite group.
Look how good he was, just so good, bro.
No one can take that away from him. When I think back to prime Adrien Broner, what stays with me is the potential. For a stretch between 2011 and 2013, he genuinely looked like he could be the next big thing in boxing. The man to carry the sport after Mayweather, with the hand speed, defense, and body punching, and confidence. Against DeMarco, he looked like he was on another level.
He just lost his
prime
confidence,
was short. The discipline never quite matched the gift. The weight issues and the antics outside the ring kept getting in the way. Before finally meeting someone in Maidana who simply just wanted it more. In a lot of ways, Broner is one of the great what-ifs.
I don't think he was the next winner, but he had, like, he wasted a lot of his potential. He wasted so much potential.
I'm still Adrien the Problem Broner. The can man. Anybody can get it.
To a man years later that knows better than anyone how much was left on the table.
I fell in love with boxing before I fell in love with a woman, man.
You don't have to like everything about Adrien Broner to feel that, but he
You
still
need
won
one more.
those 4 weight division titles before 27.
I'd say more Shakur than Haney, in my opinion.
And for me, that stretch from the first title in Cincinnati to the masterclass
But even
against
then,
DeMarco is the version of
it's
Broner
still
I'll
not
be
fully,
remembering.
bro.
Broner at his very
Floyd had
best.
2
This
proms.
has been Jamie from Boxing Life. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Adrien Broner's prime. Was he really that good? Or was it just always more hype than substance? As always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this documentary, why don't you check out 2 of these
W video, man. W video.